Thessalonians 5:15. See that no one repays anyone evil for evil, but always seek to do good to one another and to everyone. Benjamin fathered Bela his firstborn, Ashbel the second, Ahara the third, Nohah the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. And Bela had sons Adar, Gera, Abihud, Abishua, Naaman, Ahua, Gera, Jephuphan, and Huram. These are the sons of Ehud. They were heads of fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Geba, and they were carried into exile to Manahath. Naaman, Ahijah, and Gera, that is Heglam, who fathered Uzzah and Ahihud, and Shahariam fathered sons in the country of Moab, after he had sent away Hushim and Baara his wives. He fathered sons by Hodesh his wife, Jobab, Zibiah, Mesha, Malcolm, Jeuz, Sashia, and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of fathers' houses. He also fathered sons by Hushim, Abitub, and Elpaal. The sons of Elpaal, Aver, Misham, Shemed, who built Ono and Lod with its towns, and Beriah and Shema. They were heads of fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Ajalon, who caused the inhabitants of Gath to flee. Ahio, Shashak, and Jeremoth, Zebadiah, Arad, Adair, Michael, Ishpa, and Joah were sons of Beriah. Zebadiah, Meshulam, Hizkai, Heber, Ishmerai, Isliah, and Jobab were the sons of Elpaal. Jakim, Zichri, Zabdi, Elani, Zilathai, Eliel, Ediah, Beriah, and Shimrath were the sons of Shimei, Ishpan, Aber, Eliel, Abdon, Zichri, Hananiah, Elam, Anathothajah, Ebdaiah, Penuel were the sons of Shishak. Shamsharai, Shahariah, Athaliah, Jehoshaphat, Elijah, and Zichri were the sons of Jeraham. These were the heads of fathers' houses according to their generations, chief men. They lived in Jerusalem. Jeliel, the father of Gibeon, lived in Gibeon, and the name of his wife was Maacah. His firstborn son Abdon, then Zur, Kish, Baal, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechar, and Mikloth. He fathered Shemiah. These also lived opposite their kinsmen in Jerusalem with their kinsmen. Ner was the father of Kish, Kish of Saul, Saul of Jonathan, Malachi Shua, Benadab, and Ishbaal. The sons of Jonathan were Merib, Baal, and Merib, Baal was the father of Micah. The sons of Micah, Pithon, Malach, Teriah, and Ahaz. Ahaz fathered Jehoiada, and Jehoiada fathered Elamech. Asmaveth and Zimri. Zimri fathered Moza. Moza fathered Beniah. Raphath was his son. Eliasa his son. Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons, and these are their names: Azrikam, Bokeru, Ishmael, Shariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel. The sons of Ashek his brother, Ulam his firstborn, Sheush the second, and Eliphalet the third. The sons of Ulam were men who were mighty warriors, bowmen, having many sons and grandsons, 150. All these were Benjaminites. Wine is a mocker, drink a strong brawler, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise. The terror of a king is like the growling of a lion. Whoever provokes him to anger forfeits his life. It is an honor for a man to keep aloof from strife, but every fool will be quarreling. The sluggard does not plow in the autumn. He will seek at harvest and have nothing. The purpose in a man's heart is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Many a man proclaims his own steadfast love, but a faithful man who can find? The righteous who walks in his integrity, blessed are his children after him. A king who sits on the throne of judgment winnows all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have made my heart pure, and I am clean from my sin. Unequal weights and unequal measures are both alike an abomination to the Lord. Even a child makes himself known by his acts, by whether his conduct is pure and upright. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord has made them both. Love not sleep, lest you come to poverty. Open your eyes, and you will have plenty of bread. Bad, bad, says the buyer, but when he goes away, then he boasts. There is gold and abundance of costly stones, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. Take a man's garment when he has put up security for a stranger, and hold it in pledge when he puts up security for foreigners. Bread gained by deceit is sweet to a man, but afterward his mouth will be full of gravel. Plans are established by counsel, by wise guidance wage war. Whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets. Therefore do not associate with a simple babbler. If one curses his father or his mother, his lamp will be put out in utter darkness. An inheritance gained hastily in the beginning will not be blessed in the end. Do not say, I will repay evil. Wait for the Lord, and he will deliver you. Unequal weights are an abomination to the Lord, and false scales are not good. A man's steps are from the Lord. How then can man understand his way? It is a snare to say rashly, it is holy, and to reflect only after making vows. A wise king winnows the wicked and drives the wheel over them. The spirit of man is the lamp of the Lord, searching all his innermost parts. Steadfast love and faithfulness preserve the king, and by steadfast love his throne is upheld. The glory of young men is their strength, but the splendor of old men is their gray hair. Blows that wound cleanse away evil, strokes make clean the innermost parts.
Approach this day with awareness of who is boss. As you make plans for the day, remember that it is I who orchestrate the events of your life. On days when things go smoothly, according to your plans, you may be unaware of my sovereign presence. On days when your plans are thwarted, be on the lookout for me. I may be doing something important in your life, something quite different from what you expected. It is essential at such times to stay in communication with me, accepting my ways as better than yours. Don't try to figure out what is happening. Simply trust me and thank me in advance for the good that will come out of all of it. I know the plans I have for you, and they are good. Isaiah 55, 9-11. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. As the rain and the snow come down from heaven, and do not return to it without watering the earth and making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater, so is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future.
Ephesians 6:11-13. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand, and in the evil day, and having done all to stand. During visits to Israel, I've had the opportunity to see the ruins at Beth Shean, modern Beit Shan, where layers after layer of fallen civilizations have been unearthed, each built on the remains of the one before it. As you may remember, Beth Shean is the place where the Philistines fastened the bodies of King Saul and his sons after their victory in battle. It later became part of Solomon's kingdom. Today, Roman columns and stone mosaics still stand among the remains, which continue to be carefully excavated. On a hillside overlooking the site stands a single tree. Its branches are bare, and it has been dead for years. When the site was used to film a movie years ago, the director wanted a tree on the skyline, so workers found the dead tree and placed it in cement. Many years later, it is still standing because of what is underneath it. God calls us to stand for him, but he never expects us to stand alone. He provides the armor for the battle and the strength for the day. It is not our power, but his that keeps us from falling. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling, and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy. How does God keep us standing? He has given us his perfect word. He has given other Christians whose fellowship and influence encourage us to grow. Most of us, he has given us the Holy Spirit, who is always present to help. We are able to stand only because he is able to keep us standing. No matter how fierce the battle, God is able to keep you standing through his power and his grace.